Hey, it's Mr. Canales here. Yeah, sorry, I won't do that again. I was trying to emulate our good friend Troy Torres from Juan Pool fame, but I can't do that. My accent is not as tingly as his. So I'm doing a quick video before collapsing on my bunk because something happened recently that I think will perfectly illustrate my theory on success. I'm sure you all know that apparently Eric Esquivel of Border Town fame has been accused of, anyone who has read a couple of pages of his script for the Border Town knows that he's a psychopath. But what we didn't know is that he's apparently, because I still believe in due process, he's apparently also a serial sexual predator. And I gotta say, as I said, I believe in due process, but I also think that this isn't surprising at all. This isn't surprising at all, because as I said, I'm going to postulate to you now my theory on success. Success has made a lot of psychopaths, a lot of really dangerous, toxic people come out of the woodwork willing to use social justice as a tool to, to dominate and subjugate other people. Eric Esquivel is just, I'm gonna say Esquivel because you lot are English speakers, but as a Spaniard, I say Esquivel. But hey, just so you guys can understand me. Fuck, where was I say going? Anyway, yeah. Esquivel is just an example of, would be an example if ever declared guilty. There are many other cases. There are many other cases. Mark Wade is one of those. Mark Wade, it's fairly safe to assume that he was already a basket case before the rise of social justice and social media and mainstream media and pop culture and all that bullshit. But when he saw that he could use the accusations of being a racist and a sexist and a homophobe to break others, to make others bend the knee to him, and he will never have enough time to enslave everyone using social justice. Eric Esquivel is just another example. One of the prime examples, I think we all know her, is this woman here. My old friend Renflatable, Reynolds Failure. I'm sure you guys can see this. I don't know if you can see this. Wait, let me. Well, over here is where was I? Yeah. Just a little warning telling me that my account on Twitter has been suspended. But these fools, you don't know that even when your account is suspended, I can still see my mentions. I can still see what my friends are talking about, and I've been keeping up to date because I was really fascinated with how this movement run by psychopaths, that is the social justice warrior cult, how was reacting to the news. And it's really fascinating to see how this creature some people call Lauren, I think it's Atencio, I don't know. Well, he sure isn't using his husband's name, that's for sure. If anything, her husband will be taking up her name if she ever allows him, once he opens his little cock cage. But yeah, this woman apparently, until about I don't know, 3 months ago, 4 months, less than 6 months ago, she was a nobody. She was a cosplayer, and she decided to take on Comicsgate because she had nothing better to do, and because everything else, every other attempt she had made at becoming somehow relevant or important in pop culture and comic industry and all that, everything failed. So as a last ditch effort, she tried to take in Comics 8, and apparently it worked. She has like, I don't know, 6K followers, something like that. And yes, I know people have told me, just ignore the troll. Yeah, it's not that I'm giving her attention. It's that this human furunculus called Joe Quesada is giving her attention as if she's someone relevant. But as I said before, there's lots of thirsty guys on the comic book industry. So hey, this person is now psychopath numero uno in the anti-Comicsgate movement, and I'm becoming fascinated by how she's acting. First of all, credit to where credit is due. This woman isn't stupid. This woman is actually, she's quite crafty, like most psychopaths are, because they have learned, they have evolved to become the ultimate assholes in their daily lives, interacting with people and making their lives miserable. And this here, social justice warrior, such as Spider-Man, Rain Famous, urgently advocate for, I don't know who this guy is, but yeah, I agree with him. Everyone knows that social justice warriors usually cover up for their asshole psychopath friends. And I like how she's doing this thing. Are you seriously trying to use a sexual assault victim to score points for Comicsgate? Ooh, we will laugh. I can. This is interesting because the moment she said that, I was reminded of Heather Heyer, the woman who got run over by a car on the Charlottesville riots. You know how that went, right? There was a peaceful right-wing rally in Charlottesville, and the usual idiots, the Antifa guys, attacked the right-wingers, and the ultra-progressive mayor ordered the cops not to intervene. So there was an escalation of violence, and a woman got killed. I think a woman got run over by some crazy right-winger guy on a car. So, it was ultimately the fault of the right-wingers, because, they were the bad ones. It wasn't the fault of the massive idiots who started the fight. It wasn't the fault of the mayor who ordered the cops to stand down and let everyone kill each other. No. We love our easy solutions here on progressive lands. So yeah, I was reminded of Heather Heyer and how this crazy bitch, can I say crazy bitch on Twitter? I hope I don't get demonetized, but yeah, how this crazy bitch always uses Heather Heyer. Every time you say, well, shouldn't right-wingers be allowed to express their opinions? And I'm not a particular right-winger, but shouldn't they be allowed to voice their opinion? No, Heather Heyer. Well, if you ever do the same thing again, if you ever do something similar to that, like, saying, hey, the Suggest cult is full of psychopaths. The Suggest cult is full of psychopaths who fuck people over and cover up for each other. She will say that you're using as a woman's victimhood to score points. That's a masterful move, woman. You're insane and one of the worst people that I've ever met, and I've met actual fascists online. But you're not stupid. You know what people are accusing you of, which to me means that you're full of shit. And you know you're lying. You know what you're guilty of, and you're using it against your opponents. So yeah, this is this was something here that I wanted to show you. Where is it now? Oh man, I think I missed it, but I love it how we go to this, I'm going to say person, but I think she's more like some kind of vaguely astute predatory creature. Oh, she's sick. Oh, I'm sorry. That was some chorizo that I had for dinner today. He looks good, doesn't he? I think he looks good. Oh yeah, what's going on, dude? It is amazing. I'm witnessing live a face-off between a terrible person who's Rem famous, Rem floatable, also known as Lauren something. Lauren, right? Yeah, Lauren something. Lauren Atencio, or something like that. And a very good person who's a Sec, alias also known as the Brazilian comic Sec, genuinely good guy. He's one of the nicest guys I've met. You know, wow, I'm witnessing a meltdown. No, it's not a meltdown. It's a face off. I'm witnessing this live, bro. What's she saying here? No, Dicky. She always says it. Dicky. She's fucking obsessed with using people's acronyms. What's the word for diminutivo in English? I forgot. I'm just one of the first people you've met who you couldn't scare into silence with a gun or a harassment campaign. You spent the better part of 2 years dehumanizing and degrading people over comic books. Oh, that's so sweet. Buckle up, Snowflake. It's your turn. Wow, she's so badass. You know, I can totally picture her on her pajamas at 5 a.m. in the morning, typing that as like that guy. Go back to war this time with me. I remember she once said, "I am the consequence to Comicsgate." Well, it's gotta be nice to be the consequence after so many time of being so long a time of being inconsequential. So yeah, nice. Shit. What I was trying to show you was how quickly this person, and I'm being generous here, how this person goes from being apparently outraged at how they're using a woman's suffering and a woman's victimhood to score points, to laughing her ass off because the guy who drew Iron Sights is a loser. That's not dehumanizing at all. That's perfectly cool. But what I'm trying to say is how quickly, you're not that smart, Lauren. If you don't know that actual human emotions last for at least a couple of minutes. You don't go to being deeply offended and angry and outraged to laughing your ass off. That's not how human emotions work. That's just a friendly advice that I'm giving you. Because if you wanna climb to the top of the psychopath hierarchy of the success cult, you gotta work for it. You gotta pretend like you're an actual human being better than the other psychopaths, because Esquivel failed. And look at him now. You've been forced, because I know you actually like the guy. I'm not gonna pretend like you wouldn't have fucked that guy to get a job in Vertigo Comics, because I'm sure that you're that kind of woman. And that's one of the reasons why I actually hit on her, because she sounded kind of open-minded in that. I'm being generous again, but that's a bit too open-minded for me. So I backed off. But yeah, didn't this girl? I was told once that she made live nude Twitch streams, and I wouldn't be surprised, because she's now the mainstream industry's favorite cam girl, and I love cam girls. I have good friends who are cam girls, but this is a cam girl of hate. This is if this woman danced naked on camera, I would be cool with it, but she's basically spewing hate against people 24/7, and apparently the mainstream industry loves that shit. There's a couple of really cool quotes here. Cecil thinks he's funny. No, Cecil is funny. Cecil is actually a pretty funny guy. You're not. You are creative in your hatred. because he gets laughs out of people who would be entertained for hours by a plastic bag caught on a ceiling fan blade. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, I guess that's creative. Sticky fan art, yeah, you know. Sucking dick is a gay sex act. I'm sure all this is reportable. Why don't you guys report this? Just put on the tweet finder infamous dick and see all the how many times she tells people to suck a dick. I'm sure that's reportable for homophobia. Anyway, oh, this is so relevant. This is so 2012. Nice. Sounds like a rapist piece of shit. Is she talking about Eric Esquivel or about diversity and comics? We don't know because apparently. Oh yeah, no. What I want to congratulate you, Lauren, because you have successfully deviated the attention from you defending an apparent rapist and actually siding with an apparent rapist, with somebody who was accused of rape, to diverting the attention to this guy being in Charlottesville. Good move. You're smart. I mean, you're not as smart as I am because I can see what you're doing. You have successfully deflected the attention to something that happened a year ago and nobody fucking cares about, which is not illegal to be in Charlottesville. Like, you know, Heather Heyer was also in Charlottesville. Was she a Nazi? I don't know. We will never know. I guess you're the one who decides that shit. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this whole issue, about the whole alleged rape thing, and about how Success is, my theory has been proven right again. Success is a cult who's being led by actual psychopaths. If you read the things that Eric Esquivel has been accused of, and I said that I believe in due process, and if he's proven to be innocent, I will apologize. But given what we know about feminist ally guys, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that's the kind of shit they do. That's the kind of shit I've witnessed actual psychopaths do. Psychopaths, here's the thing. They call us psychopaths, they call us sociopaths. Psychopaths get laid a lot. Psychopaths have whole harems for them because they're really good at manipulating women. They're really good at manipulating people in general. And, that's why they love Success. That's why they love social justice. Because it's a perfect tool to manipulate people. It's a perfect tool to break people and make them bend the knee and ultimately make them suck their dick. Or in the case of this, of the she creature covered in foam and drinking. I'm willing to bet this is fairly usual for her. In the case of this woman, her manipulation and her psychopathy has finally made her relevant. She has like 6,000 followers. She is tweeted to regularly by industry hotshots like Joe Quesada or Tamara Bonvillain or all these other you see these assholes here? Yeah. Canales was right. Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know. I also want you guys to know that even though I've been suspended from Twitter, I can still read what you say. So there's no escaping the Canales. Anyway, yeah, have a good night. I'm gonna enter a coma now. Kudos and cheers.